Alabama takes on Oklahoma, looking for a little revenge and a trip back to Atlanta and a trip back to the college football playoff. And we're going to talk about that on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's go.
The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad. With national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented by Pearl River Resort Casino and Hotel in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play! Featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. Also brought to you by Tuscaloosa Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. Genesis of Tuscaloosa. Luxury with a national championship service department. Yuengling Lager. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. The Floribama world-famous beach bar and lounge in Orange Beach. Sevierville, your Smokies start here. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of fine art editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at NewLifeArt.com.
And also brought to you by Visit Tuscaloosa, where tradition meets adventure. Alabama personal injury lawyer Steve Mezrano. Mezrano wins, we got you.
Now the host of the original Bama Tailgate Show, here's Mick Gillispie.
Roll Tide, everybody, and welcome to Innisfree. Welcome to Tuscaloosa as we get you set for number 4, Alabama, number 12, Oklahoma, 2:30 at Bryant Denny Stadium. And on today's show, we got a great lineup for you. Our friend Chris Lowe from On 3. We got our buddy Steve Mezrano is going to be here. Brook Meissner is going to be here. How about Kevin Sport from Gaten and Grilling coming? We got a lot of great guests, and we appreciate all of you guys for coming to hang out with us. This is the Bama Football Tailgate Show, and it's brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. A short drive from Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, Vegas-style sportsbook at the Golden Moon Casino. I'm Mick Gillispie with Jake Coker and Cruz Oxenreider hanging out with us. Number 4, Bama, 8-1. Oklahoma's 12. They're 6-2. Good to see you guys.
What's going on? How are we doing?
I mean, I'm pretty fired up, man. I mean, this is what we kind of, at the beginning of the season, we hope for. These games matter late in the year, and Bama playing great football.
I love coming to Innisfree when it's packed and you got a big game coming up on Saturday.
That's right.
I mean, how awesome. There's no better atmosphere than sitting in here. Everybody's excited. You got a few Oklahoma fans in here. Less than there were for the LSU game, actually.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to tell you is this. Take care of your bartenders, all right? They're going to be working overtime. I mean, these guys, I was here watching the basketball game, and then back the next day, and then back the next day, you know. So it's one of the best places. I think it's the best bar on campus, and you did a poll on this, right?
I did. I think it's the best bar in America, to be honest. The best bar in the SEC, best college bar in America. I don't even think it's close.
Well, it's great to be back at Innisfree. Sneed, Tripp, the entire gang taking awesome care of us. And we got this. This is the final big home game for Alabama. We got a parade. We got everything else going on. It's homecoming. And it's Oklahoma. This was a game last year where Bama was not very good, okay? And they lost that football game. But I feel like this year's team's so much different. They're coming off of a 20-9 win over LSU. I thought they played winning football against LSU.
I mean, nothing sexy. I mean, we talked about it on the show last week. It was a definition of a trap game. We didn't know what LSU was going to be because of the coaching change. We know that's a contending roster that they have with those kind of athletes. So we did what we needed to win. This week, a little bit more personal. Oklahoma ended our season last year, right. Playoff hopes. We went to Norman to kick a field goal, and I don't think it's going to be the same case this weekend.
I felt good about our game last weekend to a certain extent, but the expectations for this team have changed. I mean, earlier on in the year, we're just kind of hoping we were better than last year. I feel like you watch that Florida State game, and I think it was pretty gloom and doom after that. But after you see the progression of Ty Simpson in this offense, the defense is getting better. The inability to run the ball really scares me. I mean, the downhill running game is non-existent. And, it's kind of hard to point to any one thing that's causing that. But, any successful team's got to be able to run the ball effectively at some point. You have to be consistent on offense and running the ball. And in order to be consistent, it requires running the ball.
Well, the good thing is that they stop the run well, and we don't run the ball that well, but they're susceptible against the pass.
Yeah. I mean,
works right into our game plan.
Oh, man, we got it right where we want them.
Stop the run all you want because we don't care about that anymore.
I watched this be the game where we rush for like 150 yards, too. Let's just watch. Got him by surprise.
Hey, I feel like this team deserves a ton of credit. We're going to get into why later on in the show, but you're exactly right. A lot of people concerned about the run game. We got a great show, though, lined up for you guys, and we appreciate everyone that is hanging out with us, whether you're here at Innisfree, whether you're watching on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, or whether you're listening across the state of Alabama, including 106.9, Numero Uno on Saturdays, our show, and obviously the Bama coverage that they provide, and we're really proud to be a part of that. Hey, I want to tell you guys this, too. Use our promo code BAMA Tailgate at newlifeart.com. You want to pimp out your man cave. I mean, we're in a man cave right now. It's kind of pimped out. You want to pimp yours out with maybe the crispy screen. Have you seen the crispy screen yet? It's Proctor catching a pass.
I like that.
And helping us do what we always do, and that's beat Georgia.
There's going to be a lot of jealous fat guys when that one comes out.
It's like now you're going to get the lineman at practice be like, hey, he can do it. 100%.
That's what hey, we do a lot of stuff with Shank Alphonse Taylor.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I was athletic enough to catch the ball. I was like, one more guy to complain about not catching the ball.
I was going to ask you, when you were here, was there a lineman that you would have trusted to run that play?
It's Shank.
Was it Shank?
Oh, man.
You're putting him on the spot.
I was going to say Cam Robinson.
Cam Robinson, but Cam was so long. I don't know if
that's tough.
He was like a center playing left tackle, obviously a little thicker, but
imagine Ryan Kelly just try to catch it.
Fun.
Oh,
they've been so creative. We're going to get into that and more. Again, this is the Bama Football Tailgate Show. It is brought to you by Pearl River Resort and Casino and Choctaw, Philadelphia, Mississippi. It's a short drive from where we're at right now. Hour and a half from here, 2 and change from Birmingham, Vegas-style sportsbook, and it's right in your own backyard. When we come back, we're going to talk Alabama and Oklahoma. So don't go anywhere. More of the original football show, the original Bama football show, right after this.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Why walk when you can fly? Tap into your inner eagle. Yingling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world!
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.
Touchdown flavor, Gulf Coast style. Whether you're here for the big game or just hungry for a win, Floribama Old River Grill has you covered. Catch every pass, every play, and every moment on our wall of big screens while you enjoy fresh Gulf seafood, legendary burgers, and ice-cold drinks. With waterfront views and game day energy like no other, this is where football meets paradise. Grab your crew, bring your team spirit, and make Floribama Old River Grill your home field advantage this season, where the food, drinks, and football are always a win. Located across from the world-famous Floribama or online at FloriBamaOldRiverGrill.com.
Get your life back when the world's gone crazy. Get your life back, and I don't mean maybe when you know you got to have a friend. You call 900-9000, 'cause Mills wins. And get your life back, baby. Get your life back, baby. Call 900-9000. Stephen Mezrano.
Tracy Lawrence, live for one night only. Saturday, November 15th, Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. All the hits, all night long, with CMA and ACM award winner Tracy Lawrence.
Just the way I planned.
Tickets on sale now at PearlRiverResort.com.
Barry Buckner for Tuscaloosa Hyundai. When Hyundai introduced America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, it was one of a kind. But you know us, how can we improve on that? Tuscaloosa Hyundai was first in the nation with a 1,000,000-mile warranty on every new Hyundai. When we told customers no charge, they smiled, and you will too. At Tuscaloosa Hyundai, home of the 1,000,000-mile smile.
Alabama and Oklahoma, big showdown for the Crimson Tide. They've never beaten the Sooners in the regular season, so they're going to try to do something about that at Bryant Denny Stadium, 2:30, big matchup, and another top 25 opponent for Alabama, which they've been perfect against so far this season. I want to tell you guys, though, about Black Belt Outdoor. You drive around and you're like, hey, isn't that Jake Coker on that giant billboard? Oh, no, not the commercial. I mean, the billboard. Yeah. Well, it is, Jake, and we appreciate Bradley and the gang over at Black Belt. They're in the heart of the Black Belt region, and since they started, their coverage includes 13 counties in central Alabama. They offer static and digital billboards to meet the needs of their customers like Jake, and do a fantastic job. Like and subscribe if you're hanging out with us on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, and thank all of you guys for being here. And I'm going to tell you how you can win some Bama Tailgate swag, because we got some new hats down here. Actually, Cruz, this is probably a good time for me to replace the hat that Jake stole from you last week.
Jerk.
You like that one better?
Oh, I
that
love
newer
this.
look. See, I figured you'd
That's
probably
good.
like that newer look. But you guys can get those too, following our Avenue D site on the just the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, check that out. All right, let's talk some football. And thank you to everyone that's hanging out with us here at Innisfree, including Yingling Lager. We got a bucket of Yinglings up here kicking it with us as well. Bama's offense versus the Sooners defense.
This all to me comes down to how well Ty prepares for this Brent Venables defense. Brent, we played against him one time in my tenure at Alabama in the national championship game. The guy, he does such a good job of disguising everything. You never really know what you're getting. Heck, a lot of times he's got two high safeties with the nickel playing. I think he calls it the nickel apex,
Right.
You don't know where guys are going to be when they bring pressures. A lot of times, they're dropping extra guys. I don't know if you remember the Peyton Thorne interception against Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was last year, 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was last year.
Fourth quarter, they were up, lose the game. I'm sitting there just thinking, man, poor guy, because I know exactly how that feels. You point out your hots, they bring two, you think you're hot, and they drop somebody right into that lane where you're supposed to throw a slant behind the pressure. It's it's kind of a nightmare. And unless you have a really good feel for Brent Venables, you've seen him for a long time, it can get very confusing.
Well, you know as well as I do that defensive line at Clemson that he put together those years, they were some athletic freaks. They like to do a lot of zone blitzes, drop, guys like Dexter Lawrence back into coverage, or you have Farrell as well coming off the edge. And I mean that game, we put up 45 points, but you were on your butt a lot that night.
It was a lot of huge plays. Consistent drives are tough. You got to take advantage of the mistakes that they make. I mean, I remember one of the first deep balls to O.J. Howard. I'm sitting there. O.J. bluffs a screen block on the corner. I see the safety on the hash, and I'm thinking, he's got to be getting over. Either the corner's dropping out, or the safety's getting over. The safety stayed on the hash, and it was kind of like, oh my God, he's wide open. Don't overthrow him. And you just got to find those plays where they screw up. They don't follow their assignment. You got to take advantage of it every time. And if there was a quarterback that I had to pick to really understand what Brent Venables is doing, it would be Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I mean, last year, they had us seeing ghosts. We're playing down from a lead. I know we had a few calls, come back. The Ryan Williams touchdown the first time, stepped out of bounds, couldn't convert. And then the second one with that egregious illegal formation call.
It's the worst ever.
Oh, it was bad.
I still don't understand.
I don't either.
I watched that this week at some point.
God forbid Caleb Odom was 6'7", and he hid.
It reminded me a lot of all the stuff going on right now in gambling and sports, because I'm looking at that going, you can't get that wrong.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't even know if it would have made a difference in the game, but when I see what's going on in sports gambling, that right there
was the most pivotal moment of that game, because that was our comeback play.
Yeah.
That would have got the rally started. Now, again, but going back to Oklahoma's defense, they're fourth in the country in rush defense. I think we're 112 in rush offense.
Right.
So it's not like we're going to come out and miraculously have our coming out party.
Yeah.
Ty has done this all year. It's not going to be any different. I will say I like our receivers against their safeties. I think that we have a chance to honestly death by 1,000 cuts. And then lure them to sleep. And as well as I do, Jake, we're not going to get them with the play action because they're just not going to really fall for it.
Right.
So death by 1,000 cuts, hit them over the top with a big play. I need a Ryan Williams game. We haven't really had one this year, and I feel like this could be the one because he had a potential big game last year. I think this could really be it for him this game.
Well, let me say this about our football team, and this is what I was kind of alluding to in the first segment, is this team does something that I absolutely love, and that's they play disciplined football. Yeah. And I've been talking about I've been broadcasting Alabama stuff for 20-some years. Like, the teams that are the most successful are the teams that play disciplined football. Your team played disciplined football. These guys are extremely disciplined. 2 penalties, no turnovers, really, not many. The turnover margin's one of the best. It's the best in the SEC. The penalties aren't there anymore. And it's the difference between winning and losing. And I felt like against LSU, they weren't going to beat us because we were not going to beat ourselves.
I mean, right now I feel like we're playing compared to last year. We were making dumb penalties, a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, a lot of just easy, avoidable things that kept us, that got us in trouble in the long run. Tennessee, Oklahoma, Vandy, the little minor mistakes of having 2 players on the same field with the same jersey number, like little things like that. You're not seeing it this year. Florida State, we had those issues, and ever since then, we look like a completely different ball club. And I think finally that's kind of the same MO DeBoer had at Washington. I went back and looked. Washington in 2024 or 2023 when they made the Natty, they were in the top 15 of least penalties in the country.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I think defensively, we've come a long way. You look at our defense, and like last week, we got a guy in Garrett Nussmeier who at the beginning of the year, they've had a lot of turmoil. There's no doubt about it. But a guy that's very seasoned, we are able to drop 7 or 8 in coverage. What's his name? Yanze Pierre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has been unbelievable. And keeping this defense, being able to drop 7 or 8 and still get pressure on the quarterback, and he's a huge part of it. Probably the difference maker on defense. Offensively, I think we gotta. I think we gotta get RPOs, and it's got to be a lot of horizontal movement, a lot of jet sweeps, outside zone stuff like that. Got to find a way to run the ball a little bit.
Well, you know who Pierre's cousin is, right?
Who's that?
Cordy Upshaw.
Really?
Yeah, found that out this past week. Cordy Upshaw.
Hey, one of the all-time greats, man.
He's a dog.
Dude, he was
He's
a great
good.
football player. No wonder he came to Bama. So when you look at this, the way that things are going right now, you got this run game that hasn't really been there. But I feel like part of that is that Alabama does a lot of things outside of running the football to really run the football, if that makes any sense. Like, they're going to go to the perimeters. They're going to try to get those matchups on the outside that are favorable to their skill guys, right? I almost feel like Ryan Grubb's strategy, and this is what they did at Oklahoma. I got to tell, Mike Johnson's the one that said this to me. He goes, look, they won the Joe Moore Award offensive line in, 2022? Or was it 23? Whenever they went to the national championship, they were like 58th in rushing. Yeah. So their strategy is that it's just not an emphasis.
Well, the Pac-12 championship game against Oregon, second time they played them, they didn't win the game because they threw the ball. They won it because they finally unleashed their rushing attack. Now, if you go back and you watch Ryan Grubb's offense at Washington, he's a pass-first offense. It's an air raid West Coast system with a sprinkle of the run game. Now, it's not that Jam's not good enough. It's not that Young's not good enough. I would love to see some more AK Deer. But
me too.
I would too. He had a cryptic tweet this week. He said, "Trust the process," or loading or something like that. So I hope maybe I don't know, but I think too it's just a little accessory. We're gonna what you do about Ryan Grubb's offense, a lot of eye candy, a lot of motion, a lot of misdirection, a lot of like, hey, who's aligned where? Like we've seen like last week, running back lined up at quarterback, vice versa. Right. So I think this week we're going to unload the clip a little bit more because we're going to be playing a really good defensive team. Because you know as well as I do, those Venables defenses, they do not play. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They come at you. They hit you even if you don't have the ball. So I'm curious to see what Grubb's got in the bag this week.
I think Grubb, again, running is not the emphasis for this football team. Ryan Grubb does a great job of getting creative and making up for that. I think you've got a lot of max protection looks. Like I said earlier, a lot of screens. You watch Texas versus Oklahoma. Sarkisian, to me, when I watch him, he is an engineer of the screen game. You see all kinds of creative stuff. I think you got to have that this week just to make up for a lack of run game discipline and execution. So I see him being very creative and getting that done. A lot of max protections, a lot of chips, helping out these guys up front, giving Ty time to isolate the secondary and get some good matchups.
Can our offensive line, and you got to be quick with this one because we got to go to break here, but can the offensive line give Ty enough time?
I think this is going to be his biggest test. I mean, I think the best defensive line we played all year. I think they're better than Georgia. I think this offensive line is going to have the challenge of a lifetime. But here's the thing. If they show up and play against this offensive line, or this defensive line, I think we can take anyone in the country.
Well, to me, the thing is you can't allow Oklahoma to just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. You got to keep them on their toes. You got to keep their eyes moving and really unsure of what they're looking at. Okay, this is what I got in the first quarter. Second quarter, you show something different out of the same look. They have to be confused. Otherwise, if they just pin their ears back and chase Ty Simpson, it's going to be ugly.
This is the Bama Football Tailgate Show. It's brought to you by Yuengling Lager. Yuengling is a sixth-generation company, and our friend Cheryl Yuengling, who was here yesterday, hanging out with us, part of the company's ownership, is a proud Alabama grad. There's a little bit of crimson love in each one of those green bottles. Also, try Yuengling Flight, which we'll have here at Innisfree, and it's a light, crispy, and low-carb beer. It's fantastic. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about some of your favorite tailgate experiences. Maybe you got a lucky shirt that you wear. I got a brand new one today. It's white. Let me just tell you something. It's not. I don't know how long this is going to stay.
Definitely looking more professional today.
Yeah. Thank you. It's got a collar on it.
J&J.
Yeah, he's going old school on us here. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show right after this.
Well, howdy, fans, and welcome to Week 12 of Leonard's Losers. Seems like yesterday we were shooting Labor Day fireworks. The LSPL, that's the little smart pill machine, was 21-11 last week, but came close on some upsets. But we know close only counts in hand grenades, horseshoes, and dancing. Percy, pull that rope start, and let's look at this week's losers. Oklahoma versus Alabama. The number 4 Tide rolls out the red carpet for the Saturday afternoon SEC slobber knocker with the number 11 Sooners. The boys from Norman have permitted only 14.1 points per game, leading the SEC and 7th in the country. Conversely, their offense sits in the bottom half of the conference, averaging 28.89 points per game. The tide is high, especially in Bryant Denny, and the Conestoga canvas on the Sooner schooner ain't waterproof. Leonard's loser, Oklahoma. Mississippi State versus Missouri. A real fracas will be brewing as the Bulldogs invade Columbia Saturday night for this slugfest. The visitors are coming in at 5-5, while the Tigers stand at 6-3. Bullies should be aware of the feline speed and sharp claws. Leonard's loser, Mississippi State. Texas versus Georgia. The Horns, trying to prove they still belong in the playoffs, will be playing in a cold, windy stadium Saturday between the hedges, full of Bulldog fans. Certainly not ideal circumstances. The Red Clay Hounds are 8-1 with that loss at the hands of the Tide back in September, but responded with a 5-game winning streak. The Longhorns are on a 4-game winning streak and need a win badly to remain a viable playoff participant. The $64,000 question, can Sark outsmart Smart? Leonard's loser, Texas, in a close one. Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh. After opening season losses to Miami and Texas A&M, the Pope's pupils are on a 7-game winning streak as quarterback C.J. Carr has impressive stats, hurling for 2,275 yards, 19 touchdowns, and only 4 INTs. This is the 71st matchup, with Pitt last winning in 2013. This one has major playoff implications for the Irish, but not so much for Pitt. The Felines can lose and still make the ACC championship game, provided they win out against Georgia Tech and Miami. A third loss for the Leprechauns would put postseason hopes in jeopardy. ESPN College Game Day will add to the festivities. Leonard's loser in an upset, Notre Dame. Florida versus Ole Miss. The number 7 Lane Train at 9-1, 5-1 in SEC play, will host the Giant Water Lizards, 3-5, 2-5 in SEC play, for a 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN. Kiffin has been linked to the coaching position in the Swamp. Will this force Gator fans in attendance Saturday night to be on their best behavior? Kiffin has also been mentioned as a candidate for Baton Rouge. Will the Lane Train leave Johnny Reb stranded at the station? Leonard's loser, Florida. Fans, we're going to take a break right now and hear a word from Sponsorsville. We'll be right back with more Leonard's Losers.
Roll Tide and get ready to watch Alabama and Oklahoma. And we appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us here on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show. Hey, let me tell you guys about our friends at Tuscaloosa Hyundai. We just started the year-end winter sales event. We have 0% for 60 months, which is a fantastic deal, by the way. And also no payment for 90 days, which should be after the Super Bowl, which is crazy to say as well. On all new Santa Fe's and Tucson's, great selection on these vehicles. And the new Hyundais start at $21,989. And I say that with, I'll tell you what, I hope that maybe I'm going to go get one of these. I mean, it feels like a great deal. Good to see Cruz Oxenreider, Jake Coker, and awesome to have you back on, Brook Meissner, to talk about this Alabama show. And you're with Tuscaloosa Hyundai. Good to see you today.
Good to be here. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide, everybody. I love saying that. My buddy Catfish brought his son here, a little guy, and he was at the basketball game yelling Roll Tide a lot last night. So he was like really little. I don't know how many words he knows, but that's a great first word to know, right? Yeah. All right, I want to ask you guys this very esteemed panel that I have up here right now. What is the best game day outfit that you ever had. We were talking before the break about how sharp I looked, and I don't want to steal your thunder, but have you ever put together the perfect game day outfit? Cruz is over there shaking his head yes. What you got, Cruz?
So last year I had the Crimson Dunks custom. Like it was the cleanest shoes. I only wear them once a year. Rock the regular blue jeans, and then I had a shirt. It had Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, all smoking cigar after the Tennessee, and it just says "Built by Bama."
Nice.
That was it. That was the most compliments I've ever gotten on an outfit.
What about you, Brooke?
Well, for me, it's just what's been working for you. You want to make sure that you don't change it up too much.
Right.
Like if you've been wearing something all year that has been successful, then keep it going.
So,
you know,
Brooke,
and
when's the
don't,
last time you washed those socks?
and you definitely don't want to wear what you wore for the Florida State game.
Yeah. Amen to that.
That's right.
Leave that one off.
No. I know this is a really tough question for you.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a tool, but I mean, there's not a whole, you know. I started really coming to tailgates after I was done playing, and Richard Mullaney, friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show.
I mean, I kind of wore the same quarter zip with jeans, and he was like, "Dude, are you like 60? What are you doing?" You know, I was like, "This is all I got."
Yeah.
Wait, Jake, would you ever wear your own jersey to a tailgate?
Yes.
Come on.
No way.
So I saw Jamarcus Russell at the LSU
I
game,
did see that,
and he wore his own jersey to the game. He walked by, I saw him, and he had a Jamarcus, his own jersey with a chain that just said Russell, and I'm like, that's the most mobile thing I've ever seen.
I love that though. I mean, like I think we should all wear 14s next show.
I feel like there may be an age. I mean, I could never see myself doing that, but I feel like there could be an age where you reach that threshold of okay, it's okay now.
I'm gonna wear a shirt that says Vanilla Vic on it, and it's gonna have your face.
Well, if we're just all being honest here, I'm going to tell you guys that my husband told me that I couldn't wear my jersey to certain things. He's like, look around, Brooke. Was there anybody else there our age that was wearing a jersey? You know, but I love my jersey.
Yeah.
You know?
Which one is it? Is it 14?
No, I have
Good.
a 16.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't.
Good decision maker, I guess.
I have a 16 and an 18.
Okay.
Cooper.
Those are my two.
Nice.
So,
Well, I'm coming at you guys with the hard hitting stuff, right? And you talk about Tuscaloosa Hyundai. You want to have a great vehicle to tailgate in. Let me just ask you this one, Jake. Favorite tailgate drink and the best tailgate party that you've ever been to?
Oh, I mean, Bloody Mary is always the best. Get you going.
Right.
You know, that's the kind of the start. You're excited,
Spicy.
fired up. Oh, yeah, ready to go.
Yeah. Don't give me the non-spicy bloody. Look at this guy right here. Roll Tide, brother.
Best tailgate I've ever been to. I mean, I feel like we're always tailgating here. Innisfree's kind of hard to beat.
It is. I back a car up in here and open the tailgate, right?
Yeah.
All right, Brooke.
there's no such thing as a bad tailgate. If you're tailgating and you're rooting for the Tide, you're having a good time.
You're having a good time.
It's part of it. But I will say right now, there's a drink that I really have enjoyed that I will share with you. And it's apple cider and whiskey and Fireball. And you
Really?
mix the three together and pour it over ice.
Brooke, that sounds like medicine.
I'm gonna come to you.
Yeah. We won't be
It's
driving home.
It's really good. I mean, it has a good flavor, you know. I mean, and it tastes good.
I see Cruz's eyes. Look, he's ready to fire off something.
No,
I
I
see this.
the best tailgate I ever went to, 2015, Alabama LSU, monsoon rainstorm at night. And it got to the point where it was so muddy and slippery, we actually made a slip and slide out in the quad. And someone decided to bring a keg. We had a good time. I'll just put it like that. And then we went into that game. Honestly, and Jake, you can probably attest to this, one of the best atmospheres in Bryant Denny.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible.
The when Tony hit Darius Geis.
I was like, we're winning. Well, because like, let's be real, and I know he's your teammate, but when we made that field goal, no one thought it was going to go in, and it hit. And then you had the Tony Brown hit right afterwards. I was like, "Yeah, we're winning."
That was an unbelievable football game. By the way, the best tailgate parties, and some of my fraternity brothers are in the house today.
Ooh.
The KA tailgates. Yeah, like how we used to do it. I don't know how they do it now, although I did meet some guys that just graduated, but we used to kill it.
Not like it used to be, though.
Well, we'd have a band.
When's the last time you went over there?
But you guys, I'm going tomorrow to put it.
There we go.
Always try to get over there. All right, last thing. Best game you attended at Bryant Denny Stadium. Start with you, Cruz.
Oh man, as a student, I gotta go 2015 Alabama LSU. Now as a fan, it probably was the Bama Georgia game last year. That was incredible. Like the best game, best environment I've ever been in.
I don't know how you beat that game.
It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Blowing them out, massive comeback, and then the Ryan Williams touchdown, and the interception to cap it off by two freshmen. Like I'm going to go to a lot of sporting events in my life. I don't know if that will ever be topped.
What's the loudest you've heard it in Bryant Denny?
Oh,
was it the Ryan Williams catch?
No, 2014 Alabama Auburn Iron Bowl Dixieland Delight. Not even close. That is the loudest I've ever heard it. The one that got it banned.
I'm going to tell you right now, with Rocky Block, I mean, dude, it was unbelievable how loud it got in there. That was the beginning of the dynasty because, once that happened, Alabama rolled and won like 6 titles after that.
I feel like the loudest moments are always the Tennessee games.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ryan Anderson
I was about to say, that's
crazy.
the loudest I've heard it up until the interception this year might be.
Yeah, that was pretty intense too.
I wish I would have been there for that one.
Yeah. What about you, Brooke?
So when you sent me that, I was going to tell you this is odd, right? Because I've been to a lot of great football games. I thought the ones that I remember the most are not necessarily the ones that ended well.
Right.
So I'm going to apologize about
if
that.
you say the what was the one, the cam back? I mean, come on.
So 2011, when we played LSU.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Game of the century.
It was. But I'll tell you, I was also at the BCS championship that year.
Me too.
Yeah.
New Orleans. And so it had a happy ending that season.
Did.
But that game was the best football game, even though it didn't end well.
Right.
Like just being there and that experience that year was.
Yeah.
I mean, those were 2 really good defensive teams.
The only other one I can think of that could probably compete is that when Hobby returned that punt for a touchdown against LSU in 2007?
Yeah, we didn't win, but that was unbelievable.
Yeah. That one, I saw it on TV, but I can't imagine how loud that was.
I was there. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was a great one.
Is that a top 5?
Well, yeah, but I'm going to tell you the other one that nobody talks about is when Tennessee had that long winning streak and we had the Rocky stop. We blocked the ball out of the end zone. It was so loud, man.
Yeah.
And the best part about it, and I've told this story many times, and I'll tell you guys as well, I was at Houndstooth afterwards, and there was construction on the strip, and I saw Philip Fulmer in the front seat of the bus on the way out. And this guy had a just giant man sitting on a toilet on a stick with Philip Fulmer's head on it. And the bus stopped because traffic right in front of us. And that guy ran to the front and everybody followed him. And he was waving the stick at Philip Fulmer. And then it was like in slow motion. I saw Philip Fulmer turn his head and see that. Oh, it was one of the greatest days I've ever remembered. It's great. Like, you lost, and then you had to see that.
Well, a lot of people forget that we had to go down the field and kick a field goal to win that game.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget. I was like, oh,
After
the game. We had to drive down 80 yards, and then we went down, kicked the game-winning field goal, and won it. Everyone forgets that.
Yep.
DJ Hall and Jamie Christensen.
Yeah,
the
Christensen.
punch, the catch, the kick. Yeah.
Brooke, tell us about what you guys got going on at Tuscaloosa Hyundai.
Well, you told them earlier, the best deals we have right now are 0%. Yes, 0% for 60 months and no payment for 90 days on brand new 2025 and 2026 Hyundai Tucson and Santa Fe. We've got brand new Hyundai starting for $21,989 with no payment for 90 days, all backed by our exclusive 1,000,000-mile warranty. So come see us at Tuscaloosa Hyundai.
Yep, and I get a million mile smile when I see your dad here, Barry Buckner. What a great guy. Awesome seeing Barry. Welcome back to the house, and great to see you, Brooke. When we come back, we're going to talk more about Alabama and Oklahoma, the original Bama football tailgate show, #1 in the market. right after this.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
This isn't just a beer. It's a lager. A medium-bodied, amber-colored, one-of-a-kind beer. Made from those bold enough to brew it, for those bold enough to drink it. Elevate your taste. Yingling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
Barry Buckner for Tuscaloosa Hyundai. When Hyundai introduced America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, it was one of a kind. But you know us, how can we improve on that? Tuscaloosa Hyundai was first in the nation with a 1,000,000-mile warranty on every new Hyundai. When we told customers no charge, they smiled, and you will too. At Tuscaloosa Hyundai, home of the 1,000,000-mile smile.
This isn't just a place. It's a pulse and a rhythm where game day is more than a tradition. Heart-pounding yet? It's where the flavors are bold and the portions are generous. Mouth-watering yet? Art, music, and culture paint the city's soul. Creativity flowing yet? So whether you come for the thrill, the taste, the beauty, or the tradition, you'll stay for the Tusca life. Ready to feel it? This is Tuscaloosa. Live the Tusca life.
Get your life back when the world's gone crazy. Get your life back, and I don't mean maybe when you know you got to have a friend. You call 900-9000, 'cause Liz wins. Get your life back, baby. Get your life back, baby. Call 900-9000. Stephen Mezrano.
When you're ready to double down, dive in, drive for a show, and not look back. Roll into Pearl River Resort. From tee times to table games, water slides by day, slots by night. Savor the flavors, feel the fun, win big. Let's roll into Pearl River Resort. Must be 21 or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here comes Tracy Lawrence, live for one night only. Saturday, November 15th, Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. All the hits, all night long, with CMA and ACM award winner, Tracy Lawrence.
Just the way I planned.
Tickets on sale now at PearlRiverResort.com.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world.
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.
Great to have you guys with us on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, talking Alabama and Oklahoma. And it is just fantastic hanging out at Innisfree, getting you set for that matchup at 2:30, Bryant Denny Stadium, another top 25 game for Alabama. They've won 4 of them this year, and they're going to try to continue that streak. This segment is brought to you by the guy that's actually up here right now, our friend Stephen Mezrano. And it's great to have Kevin Sport up here from Gaten and Grilling. Of course, Jake Coker, and I'm Mick Gillispie. Good to see you guys.
Great to be here. Great to be here. The best sports show ever is right here. Bama Tailgate.
I hope so. Dude, I hope you really mean that.
Of course, I really mean that, man.
Well,
Yeah.
you actually, which is really fun to have both of you guys up here. You sing the Mezrano song.
That's right.
Do you sing it to him?
I'm gonna tell you what,
some chords for that?
Yeah. It didn't take long after I met this guy. He's great.
Yeah, it really has been awesome getting to know you, Stephen. Just having heard you on Bull Corey's Outlaw Country, which was really my favorite show. I mean, I love that show. I love Bull. Miss him to this day. All right. You start asking some questions because I didn't write any down. I just turned to you.
I'm waiting.
All right,
Go after this guy.
Bring it on, pal.
He's going to.
Jake
I
is
know
so
he is.
upset. He looks at me every time he shakes that head. Like, oh, what's coming out of his mouth? This isn't a bad question. This is a good question, I think, as a fan or want to think about it. When you see them toting the Oklahoma defense and their defensive end like it is, what are you telling your offensive line? What are you telling Proctor? Are you like, hey, here's a couple extra $1,000, protect my, what, or this weekend? Or
please don't make me have surgery next week. That's what I want, because it's going to be like taking the ACT as well, man. Let me tell you, the way he mixes things up. I played Brent Venables one time, and it wasn't fun outside of the big plays that we were able to make. The simulated, we've talked about it before, simulated pressures, the different looks coverage wise, the things they do up front, the things they do behind it. Jim Dunaway was asking me what I'd tell Ty Simpson, and I said, I hope you're prepared.
Right.
Because it's a test, and man, he's throwing a lot at you, and if you don't take advantage of the opportunities, then you will get beat. I think we're built to play Oklahoma pretty well. But this is going to be the biggest test mentally for Ty so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at the defensive line of Oklahoma. Is that the best defensive line or defensive end we'll be facing all year?
I think so, and I think Ryan Grubb is going to have to really, really test Oklahoma's eyes in this game. I mean, you're going to have to a lot of RPOs, a lot of horizontal movement, jet sweeps, outside zones, again RPOs. Threaten them with vertical balls downfield. You're going to really have to do a lot. And this team is built. I mean, they're built to do that. Downhill running, that's not our specialty, but hopefully we can do enough east-west movement and vertical shots down the field to really confuse them.
So what he's saying is we got a grill master on the sideline over there.
So I just want to know, is Jake going to be in the press box with the headset on? He's got it ready to go. I mean, what do we need to do here to make that work?
Yeah, how does being kicked out of the playoff feel sound?
Exactly.
It's such a big matchup for both of these teams. If Oklahoma wins, they're still in the mix, right? If Alabama wins, I think they're in.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal. I mean, even if we lose to Oklahoma, I still think we're in if we beat Auburn and have a good showing in that.
I don't want to go down there and need a win.
All right.
No. So, Kevin, tell everybody what they need to grill for the Iron Bowl, which they can plan on that right now.
Man, celebrating everything sacred in the South. That's what we're all about. And the Iron Bowl is special. Now we've got like a Thanksgiving spread for that game.
Nice.
Every year we do this, right? I mean, the people of Alabama, you can't have Thanksgiving without the Iron Bowl. So anything is going to be good, but there's going to be leftover turkey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
there's plenty of things you can do
after the game.
Oh yeah, man, you can make some great dips. You can do a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And we come up with some really simple stuff. So
what about you, Stephen? What's the Thanksgiving like for you? Like, how do you plan this thing out? Are you a turkey guy? I see you giving turkeys out to people and kind of in need and stuff, but what is it like at your house?
Yeah, it's turkey and dressing. Sit back, relax, and get ready to go to the Iron Bowl on Saturday. So
yeah, man.
It's a cook all night, Wednesday, all day Thursday, rest, and then Friday afternoon head to the plains and get ready to watch Bama roll.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tradition like no other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes it all so special.
Right.
Are the people.
So
and I mean,
you're talking about tradition. I mean, I don't know that Oklahoma's got a great tradition. Bama's got a great tradition, but they don't have a tradition of playing each other that much.
True.
When you look at it, I mean, we've never beaten them in the regular season.
I was about to say the odds are with us.
Well, hey,
as humiliating as that is to say, What I fear the most is Oklahoma coming out and having a Sugar Bowl type experience this week. Because when you watch Oklahoma on offense, especially after John Mateer got hurt early in the season, he has not been very consistent. He hasn't been very accurate. I mean, when you talk about John Mateer, you watch him against Michigan.
Right.
The guy made some throws that were unbelievable that not many guys can make. After the thumb injury, I mean, you watch that Ole Miss game. There were several throws in that game that could have been game changers that were overthrown, thrown out of bounds, way off the target. Some of that versus Tennessee, too. Tennessee should have beaten Oklahoma, but just had critical mistakes in the red zone and within the, that 40 yards in. Their offense is not very consistent. Most of their positive plays come from John Mateer running the ball and when the defense breaks down. So what I fear is they have that Sugar Bowl type experience with Trevor Knight, back in 2012, and he ends up just getting hot. They get on a roll. Their tempo's good. They're in rhythm, and then they just roll. And then you, on top of that, complementing that, you have Brent Venables, kind of throwing a wrench in our offense and getting us out of rhythm.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it's great to have you guys here, Kevin. We're about to play the Gating and Grilling segment, and
sweet, man. Thank you.
Stephen, you're one of the best. Not only just on here asking questions. I mean, you could probably take my job, but also if people need help, top 10 best of the best attorneys 2024, the national top 100 trial attorneys, top 25 motor vehicle trial lawyers, and you got people's back. I think that's why. When people call you, they know you're going to answer, and they got somebody they can trust.
Well, it's like I've said before, when you've been through it, I've been through it personally, where T-bone, shoulder surgery, knee surgery, and you know what it's like, what you go through, and then just watching my parents go through it, seeing what they went through, you understand it. And so when you understand what someone's going through, and when it's that critical, money's not coming in the door, they're losing their apartment, they can't pay their car note, They don't know where dinner's coming from. You want somebody that's going to be there and walk them through the process. So that's what we do, and that's what we're continuing to do.
How tough is it when you have to, go up against another attorney, and then there's a judge in there too?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a different type of game,
I guess I look at it this way.
Tough question.
Yeah.
No,
welcome to the show, Mezrano.
All right, the roles are reversed. I'll take it like this. If you want to be the best, you're going to go up against the best. So I don't care if a judge is in the room or who the lawyer is. I'm going to argue the facts of my case. I'm going to know my case. I'm going to know the law, and I'm going to present the law, and I'm going to present the facts. And so I don't care if you're the best of the best. That's what I want, and I'm looking forward to going against the best. And I love when I'm told I cannot win in this county or this jurisdiction because it's too Republican, it's too conservative, you're not going to get a verdict, and we go get a multi-million-dollar verdict, and I just like to look the judge in the eye or the defense lawyer and go, told you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean this. For years, I've heard about my friends, people I love, Bradley, Bull Corey, Brett Elmore, talking about you and how much they respect you and trust you and appreciate you, and it's great having you on this show. And for those of you that are listening right now, all across the state, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, Huntsville, Gadsden, Mobile, Stephen's got you covered. So if you need any help, make sure that you check him out. Now, I've got to throw Kevin and Carl the Cook Lewis on. It's time for Gating and Grilling.
Welcome to Game Day Grub, where Southern flavor meets Saturday football. We're serving up bold, crowd-pleasing recipes inspired by this week's big matchup.
I'm Carl Lewis, North Carolina barbecue pitmaster.
And I'm Kevin Sport. I love the South. I love a good tailgate. And I love some football.
Well, Hoss, say hello to these ribeye bourbon skewers.
Hello.
Tender chunks of ribeye, brushed with the bourbon glaze, kissed by the grill, and served on a stick.
Man, there ain't nothing better than a big, juicy, tender ribeye steak just ready to just...
I'm going to show you what we're going to do now.
All right.
And it's got to be even, so they cook even on the grill. You want about an inch by inch square.
Okay, inch by inch square.
You see how soft that steak is?
Oh, I do.
We know it's going to be tender.
Yeah. This is going to be great.
Now,
Let's
we
go.
got some
All
Ziploc
right.
bags down there. If you grab me one.
Then we're going to put all the cubes in the Ziploc.
Ziploc.
All right, so first thing we're going to do is the bourbon.
Yep.
Why not?
About a half a cup.
Half a cup. Okay.
Soy sauce. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Sheer. Oh, you're going to go
Yes,
with the garlic next.
Got to have garlic on a steak, man. Go with a little brown sugar. All right, I'm not going to go with salt because we got the salt in the soy.
Okay.
A teaspoon of black pepper.
Okay.
I want you to shake it up, Austin.
Shake it up.
Shake it up.
Oh, yeah, man. I can do that. I like shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. You can shake it up at the tailgate, baby.
And then we're going to let that rest for about 2 hours.
Okay.
Let that marinade really get all into that beef.
2 hours.
Yep.
All right.
Down beside the vein.
Yeah.
Then run your knife right through. You want everything even.
Because it looks better. All right.
And it cooks even.
And it cooks even. All right. I got you.
And we got to pop the stems out of the mushrooms.
Okay,
So,
good.
all you got to pull. Comes right out.
Yeah. All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Bring me those skewers. You got the ribeye over there?
I do.
All right, Hoss, we're going to skewer these bad boys up.
All right.
Come with your red onion after that. Come with your bell pepper. And be real careful with the mushrooms because they will break. Kevin, the beauty of this recipe, man, is so simple, but you get that big wow factor because of the ribeye.
Absolutely.
I mean, the ribeye is the most elegant steak you can have. Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
Love it. All right, we got to get to making that glaze now, Hoss.
All right, let me guess.
Got to have your bourbon.
Absolutely.
Hand me that on maple syrup.
Sure thing.
Dijon mustard, soy sauce, and you can go either cayenne pepper here or hot sauce, but I'm going to do hot sauce. Normally, you put this over some heat.
Oh, let me guess. You've already done that.
Oh, you damn right I have. There it is.
And there it is. Wow.
Smell of that?
Man, I can smell it on a steak, Carl.
You're fixing to taste it. This is how it all started with me, Kevin. 1981, I had a 1972 Chevy pickup. We'd take this little grill out. No big smokers, no big trailers.
Before those days.
This is all you got to do right here. Let's hit them on this charcoal, buddy.
All right.
This is old school, man.
Old school.
Boom.
How do you know, like, when it's done?
You always keep your thermometer with you.
All right.
And we're going to start checking them after about 5 minutes. See where they're at, because it's not going to take long to do these little bitty chunks of ribeye.
Right. All right. We kind of have a knack for it, but these are the basics. Just because you know what? There's a whole new generation out there that's never cooked with charcoal or any small setup like this at the tailgate, right?
This is the way to start. You learn from here. You learn to manage your coals. You learn to manage your temperature.
Yeah.
My daddy taught me walking around the grill, cooking whole hogs. We're shoveling coals under that hog.
Yeah.
But he didn't have thermometers and stuff like that, so he done it by touch.
Really?
And the more you do it, the more feel you can get.
So what you going to do next?
All right, they're ready to glaze off.
Okay. All right.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
What we're doing is just adding another layer of flavor.
Man, those look like they're almost done.
They are close. We'll check the internal on these.
Yeah, sure.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
143.
143. How about that?
Let's take them off and try them.
Let's do it. Yeah, man. This is a tailgate.
Yeah, this is a tailgate.
Let's dig into
All
these
right,
things.
Austin, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cheers.
Cheers. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Oh, wow.
Perfect
You know
medium.
what? With onions,
Right amount of char.
mushrooms,
The umami flavor. That's what you're getting.
that's smoky bourbon brilliance. Hungry for more? Like, follow, subscribe to Gating and Grilling for all the tricks and the tailgate tips that can take your tailgate to a whole new level. See you at the tailgate. All right, guys. What's up? Need some help? Yeah.
Penn State versus Michigan State. One of these teams will walk away from this one with their first conference win. Ironic, but both have 3-6 0-6 in Big Ten play records. Both recorded their last win on September 13th. Unbelievable for these once powerful programs. The boys from Happy Valley have faced a killer schedule and were leading late in the game against Oregon, Northwestern, Iowa, and Indiana. Leonard's loser, Michigan State. South Carolina versus Texas A&M. The Gamecocks head to College Station to challenge the undefeated Aggies, who's riding atop the show pony. This will be Cocky's 5th straight game against a team ranked in the top 12 or higher. A&M is still smarting from the 44-20 shellacking the Cocks inflicted on them last November in Columbia. The 12th man is not even dressing out for this one. Leonard's loser, South Carolina. Michigan versus Northwestern. It's a nooner from Wrigley Field. That's right, fans. You heard me. Wrigley Field on Fox. The Wolverines are 7-2 on a 3-game winning streak, while the Wildcats are 5-4 on a 2-game skid. Michigan has won 8 in a row over the Felines. Make that 9. Leonard's loser, Northwestern. Arkansas versus LSU. The 2-7 Hogs invade Death Valley for an afternoon affair with a 5-4 Tiger looking for their first SEC win. Both teams have given their coaches their pink slip in the midst of disappointing seasons. The R-backs offense has been impressive at times, but the defense is a bottom feeder in the SEC. Like the Tigers' 3-game skid comes to an end. Leonard's loser, Arkansas. Now let's see what Cousin Will from Vegas has, running at 8-2 and hot as a firecracker. Boise State versus San Diego State. This Mountain West matchup in Snapdragon Stadium pits two teams tied for first place in conference play and still have a chance to make the CFP if they win out. The 7-2 home team Aztecs are facing the 6-3 Broncos from Boise that has a better team on both sides of the ball. The Blue Bronco has been blowing it lately, averaging 64 yards in penalties per game, while the Aztecs are 6th in the FBS in defense. This shootout will be on the CBS Sports Network. When all is done, the Broncos will be limping back to their blue turf in potato country. Leonard's loser, Boise State. Here's Leonard's list of likely losers. Tennessee Tech will lose to Kentucky. Arizona will lose to Cincinnati. Florida International will lose to Liberty. Iowa will lose to USC. Virginia will lose to Duke. UCF will lose to Texas Tech. North Carolina State will lose to Miami. East Carolina will lose to Memphis. Purdue will lose to Washington. Baylor will lose to Utah. Well, fans, that wraps up week 12 of Leonard's Losers. Better break out your long johns. Looks like we may be in for a long, frigid winter that would rival the icy texture of a well-digger's derriere. And remember, if you can't wear a smile, wear a white hat so we can tell you from the bad guy. Get me out of here, Percy.
The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad. With national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented by Pearl River Resort Casino and Hotel in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play! Featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. Also brought to you by Tuscaloosa Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. Genesis of Tuscaloosa. Luxury with a national championship service department. Yingling Lager. Yingling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. The Floribama world-famous beach bar and lounge in Orange Beach. Sevierville, your Smokies start here. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of Fine Art Editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at newlifeart.com.
And also brought to you by Visit Tuscaloosa, where tradition meets adventure. Alabama personal injury lawyer Steve Mezrano. Mezrano wins, we got you.
Now the host of the original Bama Tailgate Show, here's Mick Gillispie.
Roll Tide, everybody, and welcome to the second hour of the Bama Football Tailgate Show. Great to have you guys as we hang out at Innisfree and get you set for Alabama, number 4, Oklahoma, number 12, and a huge showdown as the Crimson Tide try to beat, for the first time in the history of Alabama football, the first time ever, they'll try to beat Oklahoma during the regular season. And it's great to be brought to you by Yuengling Lager. All 4 of the Yuengling sisters are in town, and I've got footballs here. Does anybody want in the audience to have a national championship quarterback? Throw them a Yuengling football koozie. You don't want to do that? You don't. I can do it.
Yeah, sure. I'll throw it. Man, people are just jumping up in the air looking for it.
Hey, look. Anyway, great to have all of you guys here. What a throw. What a great pass. Look, right over here in the corner.
Oh, man.
Come on, thread the needle, would you?
I feel like a zoo animal.
One more throw. Hit my man at the bar. hit my man at the bar right there. You got this. I mean, how many times are you going to get to do this in your life?
You're right.
Oh! That reminded me of Ole Miss. All right, anyway, let's... I'm just kidding. Look, Roll Tide, everybody. It's great to have Jimmy Hart with us, Cruz Oxenreider. I'm Mick Gillispie, Jay Coker, hanging out here. Visit Tuscaloosa. We're visiting Tuscaloosa.
We are. And I tell you what, I have been burning in at both ends this week. This is the week that all of those voices from my past have called up and said, hey, how good are you at getting tickets? These Sooner fans are real enthusiastic about coming to see their Tails this week.
Yeah, I saw you at Ardar Cigar, and you had some Sooners with you.
I did. My buddy Matt is a bourbon collector, and if you bring a bourbon collector to Tuscaloosa, where else are you going to take them?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hadn't seen too many Oklahoma fans. I've seen one.
There's a few in the back.
It looks like he's lost.
Yeah, it's a few in the back. I mean, they don't really know how to be around like an actual college bar, because Norman is not a great place to be. No offense, but not Tuscaloosa.
They show up to a championship school and they don't know how to act.
Well, but most of them weren't alive the last national championship. So,
well, let me ask you guys this right here: what are the things that Bama needs to do to win this football game?
We'll start with you.
They need to knock Mater down. Okay. Keep him off balance, and I think they're good.
I would say, look, we know we're not going to establish a run in this game. It's just not going to happen against a defensive line that's good. I would say containing the tier, the QB runs. And here's the thing: we have given up some big plays to athletic quarterbacks like Castellanos and Lenore Sellers. The thing is, though, he's not as strong as them, and he's a gunslinger, and he's going to make mistakes. So keeping the big plays limited, I would say controlling the line of scrimmage and the pass rush, and then let just Ty be Ty. Ty's done it. Since Florida State, Ty has been the best quarterback in college football. I think he can get us where we need to be, play our A game, and I think we should be fine.
Is there a revenge factor, Jake? I mean, you played in these games. Is there a revenge factor when you're in a game like this and the team beat you like they did the year before?
I think there is to a certain degree. I think it depends on who you are. And if there's Ole Miss fans that listen to this show, they're not going to like this. But, we lost to Ole Miss in 2014, and I didn't feel like there was a huge revenge factor there. Now, it was early in the season. There were a lot of guys kind of up in the air position-wise. So I think our mentality was a little bit different. We weren't operating as a unit yet. So I don't think our priorities were on that. But I think we go in here expecting to beat Oklahoma, but at the same time, I think we've got a quiet confidence. I think this team's a lot more mature than the team last year, and again, a lot of that has to do with this being Kalen DeBoer's second year. We truly are a championship potential team, so I think it's more about to beat the Saban dead horse. I think this is far more about the process than anything else.
But even Saban said against Vandy, it's like, I never take revenge into a factor, but today I am. I really think this fact, I like Tennessee. I get it, losing Tennessee, but I think Vandy and Oklahoma, to the guys who came back this year, it is a little personal. And I think it would be kind of, laughable if we didn't say that there's not a bad taste in their mouths from last year. They ruined their season. They ended it. We went there, didn't even score a touchdown. I feel like there is a little bit of a revenge factor here.
If you're on the thing about Vandy is there's no easier guy to if you're on the roster this year at Alabama, there's no easier guy to pinpoint and dislike more than Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like him though.
I do too, but he puts the target on his back very easily.
Right.
And back when I was playing, I know that Scott Cochran put fake quotes up in the locker room. I don't think you had to put fake quotes up in the locker room when you're playing Vandy.
No, he said it.
I think Oklahoma's doing everything they can to keep that on the down low as much as possible.
Well, because Venables has been up against Bama before when he was at Clemson, so he knows, like, hey, do not give us any motivation. 2017, after after the illegal pick play by Hunter Renfro, Tony Brown took that personal and thought the he lied interview. Like, I feel like there were just some games though, like, where you come back for an extra year and because we win, we're going to Atlanta. Like we're accomplishing one of our goals.
Right.
I just feel like it is really personal with this game.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
I do
It
too.
definitely helps.
Well, and Jimmy, I don't know if you have heard, but Oklahoma's famous for stealing signs.
Yes. I mean, well, listen, Brent Venables is just kind of a dirty crook, just like as a human being. And I will put that on record.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen.
And we go back.
This is a guy who was born and raised in Kansas, who played linebacker at Kansas State, and then left K-State with Bob Stoops to go to Florida. Didn't come when they offered him the head coach job because he just wanted to be a coordinator. Turns out he just didn't want to be the head coach of K-State. He's a dirty traitor, and he's going to get what's coming to him.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, please.
What do you guys think? You agree with Jimmy on this one?
Whether he's stealing signs or how effective it is to steal signs, I think it depends. I think I've been a part of that before. Seen teams that have effectively stolen our signs.
Right.
And I think it all depends on how well they know your system. I mean, when we played the team that I'm talking about, they understood exactly what we were running. It was 2 high every time we threw the ball, 1 high every time we ran the ball. They had a pretty good idea of what was coming, and it was highly effective. So, I mean, look, if you know it's run or pass, that's effective enough.
Right. That's kind of where it starts, huh?
Well, I got a few things to say. Stealing signs, committing crimes, dropping dimes, tied by 90.
Is that like a drink, like a toast?
Oh yeah,
right there?
100%.
I like that.
Hey, look, there's Brian Watson, man. He was hanging out with us last week. Roll Tide, man. All you guys that are hanging on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, thank you for your comments, and good to see all of you guys. Biggest matchup to watch.
I think it's. I mean, I think it's. I think it's Ty Simpson versus secondary. Well, there's 2. There's Ty Simpson versus secondary. Offensive line versus their defensive line. It's strength versus strength, man.
Right.
You can't really point to one or the other. As long as we don't turn the ball over, I think it's the turnover battle, to be honest with
Right.
you. If Oklahoma doesn't turn the ball over, I don't really feel great about it. I think we have to find a way to force turnovers and really limit them consistency wise. They cannot move the ball offensively on us, kill time, dominate time of possession, and not turn the ball over. If that happens, it's not going to be pretty.
Shout out to Ryan Brown, who's hanging out in here, part of the next round. We're on the next round.
Yeah, let's go.
We are.
There's a lot going on in here.
It is. If you guys would I don't even want to tell you how stressful it is because we've got a lot going on in the house right now. But when the show's over, it'll be time to kick back with some Yinglings and not worry about it. Best matchup that you think in this game?
Can I say the Sooner offense against the Bryant Denny fans?
Oh,
because I think it is going to be an absolutely ideal setting for football.
Right.
And I really expect that Sooner offense sputters or is forced to sputter. and it just takes the wind out of their sails, and they're not able to put on the kind of show that they're expecting to.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, my matchup, I'm gonna go in the booth. I'm gonna go Grubb versus Venables. I want to see an elite offensive mind going up against an elite defensive mind. Who's gonna break first? I mean, you know as well as I do that Lane versus Venables in the 2015. I mean, look, we got ours, but they gave you hell. And it wasn't until the second half making adjustments that we were able to really get break through offensively, like Lane finding the mismatches with O.J. Howard,
right,
going up against Bulware, the linebacker there. So I really want to see what Grubb can see in this offense. Play, the little boxing match, feel your opponent out, and then he knows when to strike. So I really want to see that matchup off the field mentally. And I think Grubb is – I wouldn't be surprised if Grubb is getting some head coaching interest at the end of the season.
Don't say that. Don't say that, you two.
Unfortunately.
Forget about it. We stand right here.
Hey, look, if Coach O is going to Arkansas, why can't Grubb go somewhere? Hey,
there's still some meat on the bone.
Hey, no, I want Coach O at South Alabama. I want Coach O on a Mobile, and I want us to lead South Alabama back to the promised land.
I would love that. Cruz, come back for the last segment.
I will, baby.
We pick Alabama. And Jimmy, tell us all about what's going on in the city of Tuscaloosa.
Man, what an exciting time. Obviously, we're getting into the colder temperatures. Holidays are right around the corner. We want to make sure everyone remembers that even when there is not a game, there is still a ton to come do. Holidays on the Plaza is going to open downtown on November 24th.
Nice.
And there's going to be stuff going on even after classes get out. There's going to be stuff going on every day, shopping to do, restaurants to visit. So come see us, enjoy some holiday spirit, Southern hospitality style.
Best college town in
Right.
America, baby.
Getting hooked up here. I might have to get a Jameson shot. Woo! What I just got.
What about Rumple?
Well, I didn't get it. I got a Jameson football jersey.
Nice.
Can't wait to wear that. Yeah, that's the way that this job goes. Hey, Chris Lowe is coming up next. After that, we're going to pick our games. Sorry, You want to throw some more footballs?
Oh, you're going to see my hat again?
You want to throw a couple more?
Why not?
We'll be back. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show right after this.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Why walk when you can fly? Tap into your inner eagle. Yingling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world.
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.
Touchdown flavor, Gulf Coast style. Whether you're here for the big game or just hungry for a win, Floribama Old River Grill has you covered. Catch every pass, every play, and every moment on our wall of big screens while you enjoy fresh Gulf seafood, legendary burgers, and ice-cold drinks. With waterfront views and game day energy like no other, this is where football meets paradise. Grab your crew, bring your team spirit, and make Floribama Old River Grill your home field advantage this season, where the food, drinks, and football are always a win. Located across from the world-famous Floribama or online at FloriBamaOldRiverGrill.com.
Get your life back when the world's gone crazy. Get your life back, and I don't mean maybe when you know you got to have a friend. You call 900-9000. 'Cause wins. Get your life back, baby. Get your life back, baby. Call 900-9000 Stephen Mezrano.
Oh yeah, oh no. Oh yeah, let's roll. Let's roll.
Here comes Tracy Lawrence, live for one night only. Saturday, November 15th, Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. All the hits, all night long, with CMA and ACM award winner
Paint me a burning hand.
Tracy Lawrence.
Make it look just the way I planned.
Tickets on sale now at PearlRiverResort.com.
Barry Buckner for Tuscaloosa Hyundai. When Hyundai introduced America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, it was one of a kind. But you know us, how can we improve on that? Tuscaloosa Hyundai was first in the nation with a 1,000,000-mile warranty on every new Hyundai. When we told customers no charge, they smiled, and you will too. At Tuscaloosa Hyundai, home of the 1,000,000-mile smile.
Business as far as SEC football is concerned. Chris, welcome back to the Bama Tailgate Show. Alabama and Oklahoma coming up. Big game for both of these teams, and we're going to talk with one of the best in the business as far as SEC football is concerned, Chris Lowe. But let me remind you guys that this segment and our show is presented by VisitSevierville.com. Right now, Sevierville Winterfest is underway. The Smoky Mountain Winterfest began on November 7th, and it continues through February 16th of next year. There's millions of lights along the Parkway in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Yes, also get to enjoy Winterfest attractions like Shadrick's Christmas Wonderland, an all-LED drive-through light show, and more. There are great events throughout Sevierville, including Harvest Fest and Winterfest. For more information, check them out. Visit Sevierville.com. And not only that, there's a fish that talks, Chris.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville. Say it with me now. It ain't that hard. Sevierville. Give me some fin. Your Smokies start here.
I love that. For those of you that are listening on radio, it's a talking bass. Anyway, Chris Lowe from On3 hanging out with us as always. Chris, let's get right into it. Bama against Oklahoma. The Tide didn't play maybe their best game against LSU, but I thought that the game that they played was a winning style of football. Your thoughts on the 20-9 win over the Tigers, and how do you feel about Alabama going into this game?
You saw a familiar theme. It was the thing that my sense of that game is the defense. Once again, Mick, certainly in the second half and really throughout the game, dictated the flow. And it's funny, football is such a, you think back to August to where we are now and how much players change and how much one side of the ball may change. And a lot of that's dictated, as you know, by injuries, by younger guys growing up, by staffs having the ability to develop players. But when I look at Alabama's growth from where they were in that first game against FSU to where they are now, Ty Simpson's been phenomenal. But I think it's the defense that has been the constant, has gotten better. They're getting other players than just the usual suspects that are making contributions, and they're really holding teams down. And I don't think that Ryan Grubb or Ty Simpson or Kalen DeBoer are going into games now, Mick, thinking they got to score 35 or 38 or 40 points to win. The defense has been good enough, and has shut down people and really played the what I would call the possession game, field position game, and been able to force some key turnovers that other teams are the ones that are sort of that responsibility, really more the pressure to score big to beat Alabama. But I think that's the thing, is coming out of that game it's been that way now for a while, seemingly with Alabama, is that their defense has been good enough and has sort of inserted their will against whoever they played. And I think that's when you get to this part of the season, guys are banged up. You're going to get into some tough games. I mean, you look at Indiana and Penn State last week. You're always going to play in those games now that maybe not everybody saw coming against a team that you're better than or a team that's had a rough season. Man, November, to me, Mick, November is the hardest month to win.
Right.
It just is. And you see these matchups, and there'll be more this weekend. There'll be more the next couple of weekends where you say, oh, this team's going to kill this team. It just never quite works out that way in November. And I think, again, going back to your original point, Alabama, did they play their A game? No, but they did what they needed to do. And I take comfort, if you're looking at it through the Alabama lens, I take comfort that your defense continues to show up and play championship-style football.
Well, against Oklahoma, they're going to have to play even better, right? The offensive line is going to have to block Oklahoma's defensive line. That's one of the best in the country. Alabama has been so good when it comes to limiting penalties and not turning the football over, right? But, at the same time, Oklahoma's going to give them a lot of pressure, you would assume. I mean, that's kind of part of what they do. And when you go into this matchup, if you're Alabama, you know that Ty Simpson is going to be under distress if they don't run the ball. And a lot of people that watch our show are concerned about the run game for Alabama, which, again, last week did not amass more than 100 yards.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. You're going to see from Brent Venables, you're going to see pressures. You're going to see them dial up stuff you hadn't seen all year. Venables, going back to his Clemson days, has been as good as anybody at getting, whatever you call it, stealing signals, getting signals, knowing what teams' tendencies are. Again, you can phrase that however you want to phrase it. You heard coaches for the last several years say that, but they're also really good and really creative, Mick, in the way they get pressure and bring pressure and where they bring it from. And absolutely, if they're going to do everything they can, everything to make Alabama one-dimensional, they'd love to see Ty Simpson throwing the football 40 times, which obviously Alabama doesn't want to do that, and completely take that running game away. And that's where, you start talking about getting creative, and Ryan Grubb's been a master this year at dialing up plays in key situations, but they've got to find a way, because if you look at a big picture, and I think down deep, all coaches do, you got to find a way to start running the football a little bit. Winning this game obviously is what the goal is. That's the focus. But if the Tide are going to make a deep run to playoff, they can't count on Ty Simpson to make every play and to beat teams. I hate to use this analogy, but with sort of one arm behind their back, throwing the football all the time. They've got to be able to run it short yardage. They've got to be able to run it some on their side of the field, coming off the goal line. And certainly they got to be able to run it, on downs where the other team knows you're going to run it or probably going to run it. And you got to get those tough 2, 3, 4 yards.
One of those games for Alabama that you look at and you say, hey, if you get by this one, you feel really good about your chances to make the college football playoff, even with the Iron Bowl pending, looking ahead to, Auburn. Do you feel like if Bama's able to take care of business in this matchup that they're going to make the college football playoff, whether they win or lose in Lee County?
Well, let's see. Let's do the math. If they beat Oklahoma, and even if let's say they were to lose to Auburn, that's just one conference loss. So that almost assuredly, with the win over Georgia, would get them at least into the SEC playoffs. So I think at that point, you got a chance to play one game and you're automatically in. If you were to lose 3, maybe a little dicier. And then maybe we really do make that test about can a 3-loss team get in, because when you look at Bama's resume and all the ranked teams they beat and all the teams that are in the committee's rankings, they would state to me as strong a claim as anybody
right
to get in. The thing that everyone's going to have a hard time getting out of their brain is that loss to FSU. And that looks worse every week. But I still think the wins would and should count more than the loss.
Well, howdy, fans, and welcome to Week 12 of Leonard's Losers. Seemed like yesterday we were shooting Labor Day fireworks. The LSPL, that's the little smart pill machine, was 21-11 last week, but came close on some upsets. But we know close only counts in hand grenades, horseshoes, and dancing. Percy, pull that rope start, and let's look at this week's losers. Oklahoma versus Alabama. The number 4 Tide rolls out the red carpet for the Saturday afternoon SEC slobber knocker with the number 11 Sooners. The boys from Norman have permitted only 14.1 points per game, leading the SEC and 7th in the country. Conversely, their offense sits in the bottom half of the conference, averaging 28.89 points per game. The tide is high, especially in Bryant Denny, and the Conestoga canvas on the Sooner schooner ain't waterproof. Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma. Mississippi State versus Missouri. A real fracas will be brewing as the Bulldogs invade Columbia Saturday night for this slugfest. The visitors are coming in at 5-5, while the Tigers stand at 6-3. Bullies should be aware of the feline speed and sharp claws. Tuscaloosa, Mississippi State. Texas versus Georgia. The Horns, trying to prove they still belong in the playoffs, will be playing in a cold, windy stadium Saturday between the hedges full of Bulldog fans. Certainly not ideal circumstances. The Red Clay Hounds are 8-1 with that loss at the hands of the Tide back in September, but responded with a 5-game winning streak. The Longhorns are on a 4-game winning streak and need a win badly to remain a viable playoff participant. The $64,000 question, can Sark outsmart smart? Tuscaloosa, Texas, and a close one. Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh. After opening season losses to Miami and Texas A&M, the Pope's pupils are on a 7-game winning streak as quarterback C.J. Carr has impressive stats, hurling for 2,275 yards, 19 touchdowns, and only 4 INTs. This is the 71st matchup, with Pitt last winning in 2013. This one has major playoff implications for the Irish, but not so much for Pitt. The Felines can lose and still make the ACC championship game, provided they win out against Georgia Tech and Miami. A third loss for the Leprechauns would put postseason hopes in jeopardy. ESPN College Game Day will add to the festivities. Tuscaloosa in an upset, Notre Dame. Florida versus Ole Miss. The number 7 Lane Train at 9-1, 5-1 in SEC play, will host the Giant Water Lizards, 3-5, 2-5 in SEC play, for a 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN. Kiffin has been linked to the coaching position in the Swamp. Will this force Gator fans in attendance Saturday night to be on their best behavior? Kiffin has also been mentioned as a candidate for Baton Rouge. Will the Lane Train leave Johnny Reb stranded at the station? Tuscaloosa, Florida. Fans, we're going to take a break right now and hear a word from Sponsorsville. We'll be right back with more Leonard's Losers.
Great to have everyone hanging out with us. Brought to you by Yingling Lager at Innisfree here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Oklahoma, 2:30 Bryant Denny Stadium. And this is the original Bama football tailgate show. Numero uno, part of Game Day on 106.9 in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, all around the state of Alabama. For those of you that want to come and hang out with us, we're going to do the Iron Bowl show from the legendary Floor Bama down on the line in Perdido Key. So make sure that you guys come and do that with us as well. So, and we got a very special guest for that show. One of the originals, an OG, is coming to do it. Yeah, Mike Johnson. You know Mike? Big Mike to be back on that for the show. Anyway, we get ready to talk about some of the big games around the country. And when we do that, it is brought to you by Pearl River Resort in Philadelphia, Mississippi. It is the Golden Moon Casino, the Timeout Sports Lounge. It is a Vegas-style sports book, hour and a half from here in Tuscaloosa, 2 and change from Birmingham, 20 big screen TVs with all the major sports feeds, 12 state-of-the-art odds wager boards listing all the games and scores, 3 wager stations to place in-person bets, full bar. You get that Vegas-style experience, but you get it here locally. It is great to have Reagan from R&R Cigar up here. It's been a while, but good to see you, brother. Hanging out with you last night. You're all over the place after the third Saturday in October game. I see you with Marty Smith. I see you on ESPN, and now you're up here. Good to see you.
It's pretty cool. It's been great. It's been a minute since I've been on. You talk about the originals. I remember.
Oh, geez.
I remember when it was like we were the originals.
Yeah.
You, me, Barron, Mike Johnson over at Rounders.
Yeah, I know.
And I would set up a table.
You'd sell cigars out
like,
there.
Like,
man, that was so
like,
long
talk
ago.
about coming a long way. I don't even have time to sell cigars at Rounders.
Yeah. Well, your place is awesome, man. I had such a good time hanging out at Ardar a couple nights ago, and best selection. I've been to a lot of cigar places, but you have the ambiance, and I think the ambiance is what makes a place fantastic.
Yeah, dude, it's a cigar mansion, so you can't really. There's not a lot of mansions you get to hang out at, but I've got one that you can come hang out and smoke cigars for free.
I was telling Reagan about how I've got one of his humidors. Actually, it's at my dad's house.
Yeah.
Still got it,
It
though.
still counts.
And I was telling him how I got that. He got a pretty good laugh out of it when we played Tennessee back in 2015. And, we had the comeback win.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there next to Parker Barano handing out cigars. And I'm like, Reagan's got this paragraph on there talking about the MVP of the Tennessee game and what that means and all that. And I look over at Parker. I said, man, who do you think the MVP is? And he goes, I think you had a pretty good game. I was like, yeah, I'll just keep
I'll
this.
take that. Also on the dais is the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, you can give him a big round of applause, Nacho Alabama. Yeah. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Think about this show that we have for you today with Jake Coker throwing Yingling koozies out there. You guys could feel like Ardarius Stewart catching a touchdown against Auburn. And now we have Nacho Alabama up here as well. And we're going to pick games. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Number 11, Texas. They got a guy named Arch Manning as their quarterback. His uncle is Peyton Manning. His other uncle is Eli Manning. His granddad is Archie Manning. And now he's the quarterback at Texas. They're going to Georgia. You know that Georgia had a 33-game winning streak at home. Did anybody know that? Guess what it is now? Like 2-1, because Bama got in there. Is Texas coming to town to take care of business in Athens? It's a 6.5-point spread. Georgia's the favorite, 51.5 the over-under. Nacho, you look fired up. You tell me what you think.
I think Georgia rolls, man. I think Texas takes the final nail in the coffin, and I think they're done, man.
Reagan,
I gotta say, it feels really weird to be picking games on your show without the Wizard of Odds.
He's got his own show now.
I know, but it's
right
just,
now.
it's so wild that rest in peace, poor Yingling.
He'll be back
for our King Kenny.
I talked to Kenny,
by the way,
a couple days ago. He's
by
great.
the way, the last time that I was on the show, we did a pick contest.
And you won.
I did win. I beat the Wizard of Odds. So I just had to say that. Kenny, miss you. You're the best.
The power rating.
You're the second best. But anyway, long story short, I'm going with Georgia in this one. This is like probably at the beginning of the season, you're like, oh, this is like the Heisman game, going to determine who's winning the Heisman between, Arch Manning, because he hadn't played the game, so everybody gave him the Heisman anyway because of his last name, which is crazy because none of the Mannings won a Heisman anyway, but he was going to be the first. So still going Georgia.
Little nepotism in there. How about you, Mr. Jake Coker?
This line came out at 6.5. It dropped to 6. I think the public jumped on Texas pretty early. If you get it at 6, that's great. 6.5, I'm still leaning towards Georgia. I like Arch Manning. I don't think he's there yet. I think Kirby's smart. I think he disguises coverage well. I think he confuses Arch this weekend, and Georgia rolls. They've been playing a lot of close games. I think this is the breakout game for Georgia.
Both teams played really good football last week. I mean, really, I think this is going to be.
Georgia's the team that grinds you out, plays consistent every week, and you can't show up and expect to beat Georgia turning the ball over and not executing play in and play out. And Texas is not that team. They're
Right.
not that guy.
Yep. Okay. I agree with all you guys that Georgia's going to win. The problem is I'm taking Texas because they're not going to cover the spread. It's going to be a really tough game, and I think that it's going to look a lot like the Ohio State game. I think Texas will do some things in this game to keep it close. I think Georgia wins in the end, but I don't think they cover the 6.5. I'd probably even consider taking the under 51.5. The next game was a game last year that cost Lane Kiffin and the Lane Train a college football playoff berth. Okay? Now we all know that Lane's going to be the next coach at Florida. We all know that, right? At least that's what Kelsey tells us, Kelsey.com. Florida is going to Ole Miss. The Rebels are number 6. They struggled against Washington State earlier this year. The Gators decided that they didn't want to show up last game. They embarrassed themselves. Are they going to bounce back? It's a 15.5-point spread. Florida getting 15.5. In Oxford, 53.5 is the over-under. Jake Coker, what do you think?
In terms of Lane's bank account, this is one of the biggest games of his career. Even Jimmy Sexton is in his ear about, making the right impression on Florida. In order, whether he goes to Florida or not, it's going to get his extension is going to get even bigger at Ole Miss if he beats Florida handily this week. I'm taking Ole Miss. I think they cover. I think they blow Florida out.
All right, Reagan.
Look, man, you nailed it. Lane Kiffin is the Sydney Sweeney of coaching hires on the market right now.
Right.
Everybody wants him. Everybody wants her. It's just, and she's from Florida, so like, I don't know. Lane likes blondes, so maybe that happens. That would be really cool.
He does like blondes, and everybody in Innisfree knows that.
Yeah, everybody knows. Yeah. So she's perfect.
He's been here before.
A few times.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, a few times.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he was yeah,
legally.
Anyway, boy, we could tell some stories.
Yeah, but don't. We can't really tell too many.
We're not.
The guy's about to be like a billionaire, so let's not be too mean to him.
Ole Miss.
Freight train. All right, and then, ladies and gentlemen, here he is again, Nacho, Alabama, with the Rammer Jammer. What do you got for us over there, Nacho?
Well, I think Ole Miss wins, but I think they fail to cover. I really do. And
curveball.
I think that Lane is going to stay right where he's at. I really do. I think Ole Miss does what's right and pays that man and gives him an extension because he fits that environment. He fits that school. And, if what he's saying is not just lip service, that it's not about the money, I think he's happy where he's at. And I think you lock him down if you're Ole Miss. But, yeah, I think Ole Miss wins but does not cover.
Yeah, it's like you have a coach that looks like literally came off the Grove.
Oh, yeah.
Tailgating all day to step into your head coach.
When he went there, I was like, oh, my gosh, that's made in heaven right there.
Yeah, it was made for him. All right, guys, quickly. We've got a minute. Jake and I are going to pick the Bama game next segment. You guys go, Reagan, quickly. You go first. Bama against Oklahoma, Bryant Denny Stadium. Bama's never beaten the Sooners in a regular season game.
Well, Boomer, as our buddy Luke would say, Boomer, I barely know her. Roll Tide. I think Alabama.
Hippopotamus shot out. I love it.
I think Alabama rolls. I think we're actually going to see a run game tomorrow. Shock of all shocks. I say we get a lot of yards on the ground, and I think Alabama rolls and covers. Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide, roll. All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. We're going to pick the Bama and Oklahoma game from here at Innisfree. Don't go anywhere. The final segment of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show right after this.
I may not suit up on Saturdays anymore, but I'm still in the game.
Let's roll.
In here, I call the plays, make adjustments, and lay it on the line. Want to feel that fire, that rush? Then you've got to get in the game. I used to say it in the tunnel, and I still say it now. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
This isn't just a beer. It's a lager. A medium-bodied, amber-colored, one-of-a-kind beer Made from those bold enough to brew it, for those bold enough to drink it. Elevate your taste. Yingling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
Barry Buckner for Tuscaloosa Hyundai. When Hyundai introduced America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, it was one of a kind. But you know us, how can we improve on that? Tuscaloosa Hyundai was first in the nation with a 1,000,000-mile warranty on every new Hyundai. When we told customers no charge, they smiled, and you will too. At Tuscaloosa Hyundai, home of the 1,000,000-mile smile.
This isn't just a place, it's a pulse and a rhythm, where game day is more than a tradition. Heart-pounding yet? It's where the flavors are bold and the portions are generous. Mouth-watering yet? Art, music, and culture paint the city's soul. Creativity flowing yet? So whether you come for the thrill, the taste, the beauty, or the tradition, you'll stay for the Tusca life. Ready to feel it? This is Tuscaloosa. Live the Tusca life.
Get your life back when the world's gone crazy. Get your life back, and I don't mean maybe when you know you got to have a friend. You call 900-9000. Chris wins and get your life back, baby. Get your life back, baby. Call 900-9000. Stephen Mezrano.
When you're ready to double down, dive in, drive for a show, and not look back. Roll into Pearl River Resort. From tee times to table games, water slides by day, slots by night. Savor the flavors, feel the fun, win big. Let's roll into Pearl River Resort. Must be 21 or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here comes Tracy Lawrence, live for one night only. Saturday, November 15th, Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. All the hits, all night long, with CMA and ACM award winner,
Baby of Birmingham,
Tracy Lawrence.
make it look just the way I planned.
Tickets on sale now at pearlriverresort.com.
When you head to the Smoky Mountains, it's only natural to visit Sevierville.
Even we had to check it out.
And we've been here our whole lives.
Experience the adventure of a lifetime.
I'm king of the world.
Even you can get a bird's eye view of the Smokies.
You're going down, Billy. Whoa.
Your Smokies start here.
Final segment of the original Bama football tailgate show here at Innisfree. And, man, great to see some of our friends that have come by to hang out with us, including David Stewart, who just hooked us up. You got your coin this week. Got some state trooper stuff. Nobody supports the men in blue like we do, man. Absolutely love those guys. They have the toughest job in the world, the police, and we love what they do.
Police
to keep us
officers,
safe.
state troopers, military,
all
I
of
can't
them,
thank
man.
them enough.
Military family
Veterans
all
Day
day.
on Tuesday.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm 100% behind those guys, and I love them for what they do. We'll be back at Innisfree next week for the show. I want to remind everybody that that'll be the final home game of the season, unless we maybe have a home game in the playoff. But come back and hang out with us here at Innisfree. I can't tell you how awesome it's been to see the support that the show has gotten this year. It's been unbelievable. I mean, just everybody that watches Elephant in the Room or listens to the Tailgate Show, watches the Tailgate Show, thank you. Whether it's on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, we're on Next Round right now with our show, or you're listening on radio around the state or even in Pensacola, Fox in Pensacola, WJLX, then Jasper, of course, our flagship station, 106.9 in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa. Game days start here, and we appreciate everyone for being a part of it.
Okay. Also, Elephant in the Room. Incredible name for a podcast. That's incredible.
That's
so good.
We're the last call.
Yeah, that was a slip up. I wasn't going to call him out,
but also when you're saying ratings, how good it's been, is it the crux effects?
It is the crux.
It's
Yeah.
the crux effects.
Hey,
it's the crux of the issue.
You and I have a podcast now.
We do on Sundays now. Sunday mornings
Love
we
this
officially
guy.
have one. So actually, that's a good name for the podcast. Crux effects.
I'm in for it.
I'm sure Greg McElroy would love that. Oh God, he would kick the ever-loving hell out.
He's a lot bigger in person, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I shook his hand in the Final Four. I'm like, you are a massive human.
I ran into him. Well, I really just walked up. I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm out of here now." Just kidding. He's great on play-by-play.
He is. I have no hate towards him, but I will say we saw Alabama great last night at here and the basketball game. JPW from Hoover, Alabama high school football legend.
All right, guys. Let me try to.
I love how you're from Mobile and you're acting like Birmingham's redneck.
I'm just saying.
I've been over on that side of the boat.
We ain't just from Mobile. We're from Saraland. Go over to train tracks. I'm at Satsuma Chicken Stall or Citronelle. Okay.
I don't know why we're going there, but one of my friends sent me a Chevron station in Satsuma that sells breakfast combos.
It is the best.
Oh, it is.
No. Okay,
it is
hold
the
on.
best
It
breakfast.
is the best breakfast.
I
biscuit
drive
you'll
by
ever
it on the
have.
way here.
It is absolutely because it's right before you get to
Got
access.
sausage.
Oh,
Got-
no. So during hunt season, they sell deer jerky, and it is absolutely incredible.
And
Satsuma.
a great barbecue spot on the Greenville exit, east side.
East side.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the 251, man.
All right, and they're not paying us, but we're supporting them.
Yeah.
We do.
Right. All right. Things to watch in this game.
I touched on it earlier. I want to see the coordinator battle. I want to see the defensive play calling of Venables against the offensive play calling of Grubb. The main one that I feel like is going to be the most important, though, is going to be our offensive line going up against that Oklahoma defensive line. They are, I think, a top 3 unit in college football. They are hellacious. They get after you. They're athletic, and if you look back at those Clemson teams, the ones that won the 4 straight national championship games, they are a dominating force. They're athletic. They know how to drop back in coverage if you need them to. They will make your life hell, even if they don't get to you. They'll make you feel like they're all around. They'll make it feel like they're 8 defensive linemen. So I want to see this our offensive line step up in the pass game, because if Ty gets time, we will cut this secondary alive.
With the lack of running game, I think it's all about Ryan Grubb's creativity. Again, to Cruz's point, how's the offensive line going to adjust? How is Ryan Grubb going to help the offensive line create time for Ty? Is it bringing more blockers in, tight ends, running backs? Is it east and west movement, sweeps, outside zones? All of that stuff. Is Ty going to be able to digest what Brent Venables is doing and get the ball out? Again, I think if there's a quarterback out there, it's him to be able to dissect that and get the ball out on time. Defensively, I think it's all about Mateer. If Mateer is accurate, it could be a long day. If we put Mateer in positions where the only positive yards they get is when he's rushing the ball in passing situations where things open up, I think we're all right. If we can keep them from being consistent on offense, we're going to be in a good place. If we can move the ball down the field, create time for Ty Simpson, Ryan Grubb, put him in the right positions, then we're going to be okay. One of the two.
Right. I'm going to tell you right now, do you guys know about Will Roberts? He's 14 years old. He's at MD Anderson in Houston undergoing surgery for a bone cancer, right? I'm going to tell you about his parents.
Yeah.
First off, his mom and dad are both police officers. When I was at Alabama, I had a job at a machine shop doing, like a odds and ends job. My car broke down, and then Brittany was the police officer in the ABC store that I broke down in front of twice in the same week. So I got to know her.
Yeah.
Her family are longtime family friends of ours, including Dorothy. We're all praying for Will. He is a tough guy.
That's
and
incredible.
we love him, and we love Will. Shout out to Will. If Bama can play football as tough as Will is dealing with these cancers and these surgeries, they're going to win this football game. It is a game of toughness.
Oh, do it for Will.
Yeah, do it for. I mean, seriously, like really, like that's what it takes.
I love that, and I pray for Will. I hope he's doing well. I mean, God, going through something like that at such a young age, what a stud. Good for him.
Yeah, you don't even know how to approach that situation. Once you have kids, it's completely different. Your outlook changes.
I got a kid that's 1 year younger, man, and we're all praying for Will.
Yeah.
But just to watch him go through this and how tough he's been, and to think about his family that we've known for years, you know, and to think like that this kid just keeps on fighting, you know, and honestly, man, like it relates to anything. Coach DeBoer brings people like Will to practice to talk to the team constantly, because you can learn a lot from somebody like Will that fights his ass off.
Well, I mean, and Jake can attest to this too. Like when Saban would bring guests in, he wouldn't just bring guests in just for the hell of it. He would do it for a reason, like Kobe and like studs like that. Like, you know, bringing in war veterans where it's like, hey, like adversity exists outside the football field. And, you know, you hear things like that, you know, it hurts your heart a little bit, but also at the same time, you know, it gives people a reason to keep fighting and keep pushing on no matter how hard life is. And so, you know, I'm praying for the kid. I hope everything works out, but, you know, it's tough to hear.
Well, let's pick the score. What do you guys got? What do you got on this score right here? Cruz, you're a guy that seems to be able to lock down scores.
I'm pretty good.
You could be a professional handicapper if you wanted to be.
So I check my stats when I go on your show. I'm pretty damn good. Just heads up. So
if you don't say so yourself,
hey, it's okay. Crux is tooting his own horn a little bit. All right,
I love it.
So look,
come on, Crux.
I think this game is a lot more important emotionally to Alabama. I feel like after last year, the way that we had the bad taste in our mouth after that loss, a lot of the guys who came back, it is personal. It is hateful. It is truly a revenge game. And I love Bama in this game. I love us covering. I love the over. I got Bama 42-20.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Man, I hope so. Man, I hope so. I hope that's the case.
It's personal.
I'm a little nervous. Anytime Brent Venables is lining up on defense, it makes me think a little bit. But I do have Alabama covering. I'm going 27-20. I think we find a way to get it done. I think Ty has a great game. I think Oklahoma has some big shots, some big plays that kind of keep them in it. But I think Alabama ultimately covers the spread, just 27-20.
The bottom line is that this Alabama team is pretty damn good, but they haven't played their best game yet.
Why not this week then?
Yeah, this could be a step closer to getting to that big game. But I don't want us to peak yet. I want us to beat these guys, another grinded out win. Then I want to go down to Auburn and I want to put up one of these on them.
Oh, God.
How great
I'm
would
tired
that
of
be?
the grinded out wins, dude. I'm ready to just wear somebody out.
You know what I'm ready for? Joyless murder ball.
Yeah, but it's different now, man. The way that this team
That's fine.
wins,
It can be joyful murder ball then. I'll do joyful.
the way that they win, though, is that they're disciplined. They don't make mistakes, right? They're not going to turn the ball over. I think they're going to run the ball a lot more in this game than people think. I think that Alabama's going to throw the ball. And the other thing is that don't take this personally, Bill O'Brien, but I hate it when you were offensive coordinator. It was really boring. We're the opposite right now. Sometimes we're a little too creative, but I'm cool with that, right? Because we're going to try to do what it takes to win football games. You don't know what Alabama's going to do, and I love that. In a game like this against Oklahoma, we're not going to sit around and let them be the ones to fake a punt. Who was here last time Oklahoma was here? They beat us on a fake punt.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not doing that again.
Jason White. Jason White hits
We're-
the touchdown
We're
pass
the team
after-
that's going to pull the punches, and we're going to knock these guys out. Bama's going to win again. It's going to be a tough game against Oklahoma. They're going to win this game, and they're going to basically get ready for Auburn.
So what's your score? What's your score?
I think Alabama's going to win it 24-10.
Okay. But can I make a hot take for this game? Caden Proctor scores his first touchdown of the season.
Oh.
I'm calling it right now. Caden Proctor, Krispy Kreme package. I'm going right there. This is exactly how it's going to go. They're going to line up in the shotgun formation. Caden Proctor's going to line up a running back. Ty's going to move out to the outside of receiver. Direct snap right at the middle. 2-yard touchdown. Calling it right now.
Cruz, thank you for coming on.
Unfortunately, that's what it takes for us to gain 2 yards.
Whatever it takes. Jake, great comment as we close up the show. I'm Mick Gillispie. I want to thank everyone that came to hang out with us, all of you guys that are watching on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, everyone that's listening on radio, where we have slid into that top spot because of you guys. Roll Tide, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. And after the game, you can catch me on the Next Round YouTube channel. We'll be taking your calls and talking Bama football. That's it. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.